Marco Buemi is a professor at the Venice International University and also working for Verona municipality. But also he is working for the European Commission, and in this quality he is evaluating projects from different EU countries and eventually also from outside EU countries, whether they are eligible for EU funding or not. It is often in the press that there is a huge EU funding and a lot of money comes from the EU to the municipalities, to the regions, and also eventually to private stakeholders, but the system itself is quite complicated. Can you tell us how the system works, how the European Commission is evaluating a project, and what is an important EU goal, what needs to be in a project to be funded by the EU?
Yeah, often the municipality cannot apply because they miss competences internally. Basically, also the English is very poor, or the competencies in the project methodology is really poor, and the competition in the EU programs is really high. So to get finance, you need a really good quality of projects. With a good methodology, a good ideas also. So quite creative in this way. When we evaluate projects, we usually use our criteria divided in three sections. One is the relevance, so the project is in scope with the call for proposal and is aligned with what is requested by the call. Second is the quality of the project. The objectives of the projects are in line with the call for proposal. The needs analysis, the needs of the analysis of the problem, and the objective analysis is right and aligned with the call for proposal. The budget is feasible for the project. And there is also a gender perspective within the project. And the third is the impact. How the project can have a multiple effect around the European Union. How the project can impact in the area where you develop the project, and the sustainability, long-term sustainability after the EU is financed and they will finish to finance the project.
Actually, today got in the news that Budapest municipality got EU funding and what is very important, direct EU Commission funding without the national level for social housing project. How are usually the projects from Hungary? How well supported are they by the European Commission, or how not? Because there are quite controversial information in the press whether the European Commission and the Hungarian government, especially the current leaderships of the European Commission and Hungary, are having political tensions, and whether it is influencing the EU funding of the projects from Hungary or not.
Yes, I mean, you have an experience with Hungary in projecting. Often there is a lack of experience. I had the possibility to cooperate and to have in the consortium a public entity, and they have a lot of difficulties because it was the first experience for them in a project. So, I mean, Hungary has to scale up a bit, I think, the projecting and the methodology and the expertise.
And how is the situation in Slovakia? Is it similar there or different?
No, I think it's similar with in Hungary, but I think Slovakia has more experience in when I collaborate with them in Interreg projects. I had a good feeling, and they were well organized with a good methodology. So I think they were better in my experience.
Are there some projects which are specialized for the EU and non-EU member countries to strengthen the relationship and also the neighborship politics? For example, in the Mediterranean area or the Balkans or the former Soviet Union,
Yeah.
and how are these projects and how can EU and non-EU stakeholders cooperate and get funding?
Yeah, there is a program called NECBC Med, that is a program for the Mediterranean area, with all the countries that are facing the Mediterranean Sea. And this is a good program that has done good results. I collaborated with the project for almost 4 years. It's about women empowerment. And also now from this new call for proposal from Urbact 4, there is the opening to the Balkans. So also the Balkan area can participate in the consortium. So I think the idea of the European Union is to enlarge the European area also to, to the neighborhood countries.
What are the perspectives for the future?
The perspective is exactly this. I think they are putting more money, so they're putting more funds to projects related to urban development, for example, sustainable urban development. They are putting more money to programs with the neighborhood non-EU countries, for example. So the idea is to enlarge the European Union also to the newcomers or the countries that want to come get in the European Union.